Namaste. Welcome to the 22nd day of Advent, this fourth Sunday of Advent. Those of you that light candles for the countdown to Christmas. And bright blessings to all of you. Today, the moon has moved into Libra, and it is a 22nd day, a double 11, and it just feels like a perfect day to move into the heart space and to share with you a gratitude practice. Gratitude is such an important medicine, and some years ago, actually a couple of years, I did do a gratitude challenge. I believe it was Jen Science to Soul Tarot that initiated it, and it's a really lovely practice that I use from time to time rather than doing a reading. So I thought today for the inspiration that I would demonstrate and share this practice. I have selected the Future Ancestor Tarot to work with. This is a deck to me that feels very heart-centered, feels very healing. And for a gratitude practice, you could choose any deck that you would like to connect to at a heart level. So there may be any number of reasons for that. Hello and good afternoon to Amelia and Shonda. Aloha. And I'm sitting here all bundled up and thinking how the weather must be in Hawaii. And wow, what a blessing. Haven't been there in ages. And namaste. Welcome to Aria. All right, so let's go to the cards and give them another shuffle. And I hold these cards close to my heart space, acknowledging the medicine, the power of gratitude, and the lessons that it teaches us all. Oh my goodness. I said today that the moon has moved into Libra. It's a double 11 day. And look at this card that's showing up here. All right, let me put that on the table. Welcome to Sarah. Namaste. The first thing that came to mind is, I am grateful for you. And I think this is a wonderful thing to say to your partner, your daughter, everyone you encounter on this day, to have the strength to look into someone's eyes, and regardless of what is going on in your relationship at this time, to acknowledge gratitude. This reminds me of the healing of the Ho'oponopono practice. And I remember the first time I did this in group, my partner was June. And I looked into June's eyes and we sat knee to knee and we may have held hands. And I said to June, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. And she started to cry. And June and I had no previous connection other than meeting for this weekend retreat that I was at. And that practice from that day became very much a part of various retreats and sessions that I offer as well too. And there is something about the power of Ho'oponopono in this card. I am preparing for my Card of the Year readings series and was thinking about a justice card that I wanted to put on the thumbnail. I want to put a different card, like the card on each thumbnail. And the one that came to mind was this one from Tabula Mundi by Mel Meline. And I don't think that this one from Future Ancestor had ever really come to mind. And I am grateful for you because you are my greatest teacher. And when I have an opportunity to say that and to look into the eye of those who are an intimate part of my life, it's so powerful. It just opens up something that cannot be expressed in another way other than through gratitude. I am also grateful for my exploration into the Crowley Thoth Tarot and many Thoth-inspired decks, particularly over the last few years, and the way that the keyword adjustment has come to resonate so deeply with me. And I smile. I often think of that wonderful movie, The Adjustment Bureau, and how we can make these adjustments and co-create and write our lives together with Spirit. And when I look at this card here, I see so much appreciation for how being with others and the lessons that others give me helps me to make these adjustments and to appreciate life so much more. I talked about beauty not too long ago one day, and there's also an energy within Libra ruled by Venus. And if you look at Mel Moline's card, there are musical notes, and there's kind of a perfection. Maybe you think of the solfeggio frequency. There's something here about the voice and sound and the power of healing and music, and it's amazing all that this card brings up for me. And so this practice of gratitude is simply in choosing a card, choosing a daily card, and allowing an experience of gratitude to come through. Whatever that might be for you. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You may journal, you may not. There may be amazing synchronicities. Yeah. So let me know in the comments later what this brings up for you, and if you've ever used the tarot for a gratitude practice. All right, so this one today is, well, I am grateful for you, and I'm grateful for all that you who are content creators share, and all that I have learned through watching others. And I'm also immensely grateful for the love and the time and the talent of those who create tarot decks. I have a love of handcrafted things, and this goes across many things. I roll my own candles. I love crafting things with my hands. There's something about the heart and a part of the soul of the person who handcrafts something. And it was through watching Musings by Masha that I became acquainted with Marco Benedetti's decks. And I recently purchased 2 decks from Marco Benedetti. And this handcrafted deck is incredibly beautiful. It comes in a wood box. And each of the cards is hand wrapped by Marco. And I just can't imagine this process. So there's I guess this is a form of tape. This is a sticker of some sort. And then the edges are on each card are wrapped. And the paper on the cards is exquisite. I will be very carefully shuffling this tarot, and you will see no riffle shuffling here. And I think I'm going to put it on a under a paperweight and just make sure that all of the sticky edges are completely sealed. This deck is an experience, and there were a few cards in this deck. Not only the process and this very unique paper and the way the deck has been edged, but I didn't have Emetelli Tarot, and there are some cards that are just incredibly beautiful. I love the simplicity of the minor arcana, and I have to show you something. Is it in this deck? Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's in his other deck. Look at that Ace of Cups. It's beautiful. No, here's one. The knights that travel in the opposite direction, so you see the rear end of the horse. Yeah. So this is a love of handcrafted things, and this may be the most unique deck that I have in my tarot library. and feel very, very honored to have it. And of course, I am really grateful to all of you, because it's through the subscriptions primarily that I am able to purchase new decks. And I don't purchase a lot of decks these days. I've really, if I purchase a new deck, there's a lot of intention behind it. So yeah, so that is a new favorite thing. All right, so I've been let me just put some cards on the table. My tarot tip for today is to always have one tarot deck that you have separated into majors and the 4 suits. This is Tarot of Echoes, if you're not familiar with it, by Anatolian, which should be available as a mass market fairly soon in 2025. And the reason for this is, there are so many reasons for this. One is that you may be studying the tarot, and if you have a deck that is always separated, it is easier to take the pentacles, put them in a little pouch, and take them to your reading table, or take them to bed with you, or take them out if you're going away for the weekend. I can't say enough about spending time with a single suit and really getting to know a single suit. And having a separated deck at your convenience also allows you to quickly reference cards when you need them. And I certainly don't do this with all of my decks, but I always have at least 2 decks in my little rack over here that are organized in this way, so I can pull them out when I need them, and I need to either work with a particular suit or work with a particular card. Also, having a separated deck makes it a lot easier if you are in the mood or have the time for this kind of reading goes by a few different names, but where you have, like, I could call it a 5-voice reading. Where you want to do a reading and pull one card from each suit. And in this way, this gives you a voice from all of the elements. And I really like this as a spread, and it's something I've done for many, many years. Yeah. So give it a think, and I just find it really convenient. And I'm fortunate that I have my little rack, and I have enough decks that keeping 1 or 2 decks always separated into the 4 suits and the major arcana isn't a problem for me. So yeah. So thank you for being here for day 22. And just a reminder to keep up with your comments if you would like to be in the draw on the 24th. So you have today and tomorrow to comment, and the cutoff will be at 7 p.m. Pacific on the 23rd. Okay, welcome to Sean. Thank you. Lovely to have you here. And I will see you then. So I'll see you tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific. Thank you so much. Have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste. Yes, Sean, you comment right as soon as I go off. Thank you.